Insta360 have updated the Flow. This is the Flow Pro. Really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? This is a new iteration, some really impressive updates, and I'm comparing this video today just to the DJI OM6. Now, this is not me hitting on the DJI OM6, by the way. This is just not been updated this year. If you don't want all the bells and whistles, this is a perfectly fine gimbal for, you know, doing general everyday stuff, traveling. It's fine, it works well. It just hasn't got all the new features that the Flow Pro has got that really make a difference if you're using one of these every single day. So in this video, we're talking about 10 reasons why you'd buy this instead of the OM6. The first reason is new seamless connection. It has a new NFC point on the top of the gimbal right here. Works with iPhone, and you can actually just tap using your NFC on your iPhone to connect to the gimbal. Now, that has other implications that are really impressive, and we're going to touch on those as the video goes, but it's seamless, works very well. Press connect, it's connected, and then it auto reconnects every time that you turn the gimbal on and you've got your phone nearby. So that is the first thing. As with the DJI, you have to go into the app, the DJI Mimo, you have to register, you have to connect it. It's just a bit of a slower process. So if you just want to get up and running, that's the first feature where the Flow Pro wins. Moving on from the NFC, once you've connected via NFC with the Flow Pro, this now actually supports native camera app support. So you can use the native camera app on the iPhone to actually record your footage. You no longer have to use the Insta360 app if you don't want to. You still can, because it's still great. It's one of the best applications out there. But now you can use the iPhone camera app to record your video, and you can still use the tracking from the gimbal because you're connected via Apple's dock kit technology via NFC. You press the trigger once and it will track you with the native camera app, which is absolutely wild. So it's the first gimbal to actually implement this technology. It works very, very well. And not only does it work with the native camera app on iPhone, it works with over 200 other applications such as WhatsApp, FaceTime, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. No matter which application you're using, you can utilize the tracking feature with the Flow Pro. One really great feature is it actually works with the new Final Cut camera app. You can use the tracking with that. So imagine having multiple of these set up on a live stream, use the multicam linked to an iPad. You can have 4 of these going into the iPad and using all the tracking on all of those devices to get a really unique live stream or multicam situation. So that's pretty crazy, and it supports all that in the new Flow Pro. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future uploads, because I'll be doing a video on using the Flow Pro with Final Cut camera in the future, over the next few weeks or so. So we'll deep dive into that and see what sort of results we can get from it. So that was point 2 and 3, native camera app, and then over 200 other applications that the dock kit tracking works with the Flow Pro. Number 4 is that it's foldable and portable, much like this is, but this is just still a little bit more cumbersome and bulky. For a start, you've got the built-in tripod in here, and you haven't on the DJI OM6. You have to take that off if you want to fold it down and store it away in your camera bag. We don't have to, but it just makes it a bit bigger if you've got that tripod on there as well. It's quite a bulky device. So just the fact that this is so small, compact, folds up small, it is very easy to sort of carry around with you. It's portable, it fits in most small camera tech cubes. It's fantastic, it really is. The design of this thing is really, really good. Number 5 is the all-in-one design. What I mean by that is you get everything built into this that you need to actually use it as a mobile phone gimbal. Basically, you've got the built-in tripod, which goes into the bottom of the handle, like so, and then when to get it out, you can just extend it. There we go. And then you've got the selfie stick, which actually pops up like that, and then you can sort of bend this towards you to get some more dynamic shots with the gimbal. So that works really well as well, and that goes in there. You've got the gimbal itself, which is standard. You know, this is a gimbal, it should work as a mobile phone gimbal, which it really does well. Both of these work well as gimbals, by the way. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, if you want just a simple gimbal, it works fine, but this has all the bells and whistles. It also doubles as a power bank, so you can reverse charge your phone via this. There's another port on here, plugs into there, comes with a cable in the box, and you can charge your phone on the go. That's something the OM6 doesn't have built in. There's no reverse charging with the OM6. And not only that, you've got a little cold shoe on here with this little switch. You can put your microphone on there, like the Rode Wireless Go, plugged into your phone to get really great audio. Again, not something that you get on the OM6. So the all-in-one design really does think about everything, and it's there for you. There's no sort of separate tripod, there's no things that you have to worry about to attach to this. It's just all in this all-in-one design. It's very, very clever indeed. Number 6 is the one-step deploy. What I mean by that is you can have the phone on there ready to go, and then you just simply fold it, one step, and we're ready to rock. And then you can double tap to go to landscape. It actually defaults to vertical video, but it's literally one motion to open this up. With the OM6, for a start, you can't fold this down with the phone attached. It just doesn't work. You have to take that off and then fold it down, and you have to find the right spot in that little hinge there where that goes down. So that's the one thing. It's just a little bit slower, and then if you want to sort of put it away, you have to take the tripod off, and then you've got those three things there. With the Flow, you basically just fold it down, the phone stays on there like that, take the phone off, and you can put it away. So it's just a more seamless action to get up and running. So basically, phone on, deploy. We're ready to go. Okay, so that's how easy it is. And then the app, if you've got it connected to the app, it recognises the fact that the phone's on, you press start shooting. With this, we've got to put the tripod on, we've got to open it up, then we've got to put the phone on in the right orientation, and there, then we're ready to go. So there's a few more steps to that, 1 or 2 or 3 steps to get it up and ready, rather than the one-step deploy that the Insta360 has. You know, when you're using these things multiple times in the day, the time adds up, you save a lot of time, it works well. Number 7, this now features 360 infinite pan. You can actually go around 360 degrees unrestricted, and that comes in handy when you're using it as a tracking device, for instance. The DJI OM6 in comparison is limited to minus 161 degrees to 173 degrees. So it goes around so far and it'll stop. And then you have to go back around the other way and it stops. So it's not a 360 degree pan. This does work as a 360 degree tracking device. Really, that's a big advantage, especially if you're using the tracking feature a lot. There's no restrictions to the 360 infinite pan. Number 8 is the new tracking ring light on the top of here, which actually lets you know that it is tracking you. Sometimes you sort of want to use the gesture control or whatever on both of these. Both have gesture control in the app and you can use the tracking, it works fine. But you don't sort of know that it is tracking you unless you can see the camera moving. With this, if you just one tap the trigger to track something, you get this light on the top here, which acts as a notification that you are being tracked. This is that tracking the camera up there. So if I move this around, you can see that it's tracking the piece of paper in front of me. The camera is staying on the piece of paper. No matter which way I turn it, it's tracking down below there. So if you want to know that you're being tracked, then the tracking ring light is on the top of there, and it works with the native camera app. It's really good for that, and then you just one tap to stop tracking. It's really simple and a nice little addition to the Flow Pro. Number 9 is all-day battery life. This has a 10-hour battery life, a 2090 milliamp battery inside, and that is nearly double what you get inside of the DJI OM6. This has a 6.5-hour battery, a 1000 milliamp battery inside, and of course it doesn't support the reverse charging. It hasn't got a power bank mode inside of here. You can connect it to your phone and keep your phone charged throughout the day as well. So that is another thing. If you're using this for travel, it comes in really handy to have that power bank mode. And lastly, because the Insta360 app is so good, there's lots of AI features, there's lots of step-by-step guides in the Shot Lab to get really good, interesting AI effects like AI warp. You can use all of those features from the footage you shoot with the Flow Pro as well. And the DJI Mimo app, in comparison, is just a little bit limited. There's no sort of really advanced features in there. You can do a bit of editing within the app, but it's nothing compared to the Insta360 app. And that's where Insta360 really lead the market at the moment with their AI software, their editing software, their desktop studio as well, which is like a fully fledged editing software. It's nearly there. It's really capable, the application, and they really do need to catch up the competitors when it comes to the app and the AI. So that is the Flow Pro. That is 10 reasons why I think this is the gimbal to buy at the moment. Yes, the OM6 hasn't been updated this year. We're waiting for an update, but it still was lagging behind a little bit compared to the Flow last year when I compared these two devices. You know, if you want a gimbal just to do the basics, this is fine. It really does a good job. Stabilization wise, you know, both of these work as gimbals as they're designed to work. They work perfect. But if you want all the other features, you want the reverse charging, you want that tracking with native camera apps, you want the built-in tripod, the good design, the bigger battery life, this is the gimbal to go for. It really is exceptional, and I've really enjoyed using it over the last few weeks or so. So if you want to grab one, there will be a link in the description down below, and if I've got any discount codes or coupons, I'll keep you updated in the pinned comment. It's a great product, I really do recommend it, and it's a very welcome upgrade over the Flow from last year. They keep on innovating, and that's what I love about Insta360. Keep on pushing the boundaries, whilst other companies are just lagging a bit behind when it comes to this product in particular. Okay, that's it for this one. If you like these kind of videos, make sure you check out this one over here, and you might like this one over there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, press a bell so you don't miss any future uploads. But until next time, see you soon. Bye.